Hi, Libra. Sorry about that. I'm going to light my sage. I had to clear my throat and get myself ready to speak to you. And I wonder if you kind of need to do the same. Prepare yourself to have some conversations that you've been putting off. That's definitely what I feel in the energy here for some Libras. Maybe areas that you want to grow in, become healthier about, better about. But then, when we speak about these things, we create an accountability factor to follow through, right? So we might have a bit of reluctance or hesitance there in wanting to actually take action. And it's a self-sabotage thing, right? Because if we don't speak about it, then we don't have to follow through and do it and clean up that behavior or take the actions necessary to move in that healthy direction that we've already kind of put out there. So I want to say to you, Libra, that there is a little inner child part of you within yourself that wants to procrastinate and not deal with and confront these kinds of things. But then there is the mature adult experienced you that knows better. Okay. And at times it is a choice and a disciplined act to parent that inner child and do the right thing because you're wise now and you know that it's for the benefit of your life, right? So anyway, welcome to the channel. If you're new to me or new to the page, I thank you for joining in. I am doing a general collective plug-in right now for Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising. Please do keep in mind that we all have a seventh house part of our birth charts. So please take it as it resonates, leave the rest for others. I'm going to be getting your vibes from the Light Seers Tarot here. Just a few cards and we'll see what Spirit has for Libra. I do want to let you guys know that I am aligned with love and light and God, and I'm here of service of the greatest and highest good of all of you guys. So thank you for allowing me to be of service in this way for you. I'm going to get some what's going on from the Quantum Oracle. So Libra, what's going on with Libra, Spirit? Your vibes. Whoa, it's that one. Okay. And maybe that one. So your vibes, Libra, I was talking about communication, right? And speaking up about things and following through with those healthy actions that support that proactive behavior and train of thought, right? You got the Seven of Swords showing up for you. Hold on. I'm going to get some additional factor from my own real life Oracle deck here. That's this one I'm shuffling around. Just a moment. It's this one. Aha. And I'm going to go deeper with a regular role playing cards deck. Libra, what else do we need to know about this reading, Spirit? What else does Libra need to know from this deck? Let us know. There it is. All right. All right. Okay. So Libra, they already told me beforehand that that extra card was going to fall on a card and it applies to that card. Okay. So I'm like, what do we need to know here? All right. So Libra, current energy, you have the Seven of Swords. So this person is hooded and cloaked and sneaking around. Okay. But they're dropping little teeny tiny breadcrumbs and hints of their misbehavior. All right. They're being sneaky. They don't want others to know, but there are those subtle impressions where others will find out. Okay. So there's also this one on the card who's witnessing this and trying to draw attention. Hello, do you see this person here? Hello, maybe I'm a gossip, maybe I'm a siren, and I need to speak up about shady behavior going on in my life. Okay, that could be what it is here for Libra. Some Libras, just listen, we're not all innocent bystanders. Okay, that's how we learn our lessons. We move through things and realize that maybe we could do it better, right? So I feel here, Libra, some Libras, it is like I'm looking at my outer environment and I'm not trusting some kind of behavior that's going on. I feel like, maybe something is a little fishy here. And me as a spiritual teacher, I always teach my students, if something feels weird, It is weird. Okay. You're picking up on the weirdness for a reason. Something's going on that doesn't resonate with you. Your intuition is giving you some kind of little nudges or inklings, right? And Spirit is suggesting that you really do pay attention to those things. Okay. Because you're not crazy. You're not alone. I almost feel how some Libras could have people who are moving their things, and then they're like, what? I know I put it right here. Oh, look, I found it over here. You're so forgetful, right? But it's like a gaslighting thing, okay? A control, power and control kind of thing. So recognize when this might be happening to you, okay? And do your best to be more alert and aware, and have some boundaries around that kind of connection, okay? I really feel how some Libras really have a hard time having boundaries, because you feel like if you have boundaries, then you'll cut everybody out and not have anybody in your life at all. And I want to say to you that that might be right for a little while, as you hold a new energetic pattern and energetic frequency. And when you hold that space of, I'm better than what's currently my available options, right? And I'm not saying you're better than those people, but better than the standard that you are keeping in being in connection with them, okay? Because they're getting away with things, or stealing, or belittling you, or making you question your own self-worth, or whatever this might be, okay? So when we cut those kinds of energies out of our lives, and we just hold space to be alone and to love ourselves the way we desire to be loved, right? To give in to our needs and desires, our whims, to allow ourselves to really just start to enjoy who we are and what we have going on, right? That sends a new energetic signal to the universe that through the law of attraction will resonate into you new connections that are healthy, like you've never seen before, because you're on a different wavelength now, okay? But you have to hold that space where you hold the standard or the distance from that toxic relationship, or across the board, whatever this is, Libra. Now, for some Libras, this is you sneaking around with some kind of thing because it feeds some part of you, or it puts some kind of a band-aid on a bullet wound that you have. Okay, there's something here about kind of sneaking in the shadows, but see, the moon is illuminating this right now to say, you don't have to live that way. You don't have to sneak around. You don't have to feel like you can't be upfront and honest about the life that you are living. There is no other authority or outside person who has the power and control to make you be differently than you feel you want to be, okay? And this is kind of general, but Libra, you know what I'm talking about, okay? So whatever this is that you're hiding from people or selective individuals or whatever, because you feel like it's not quite the right thing, the right way, whatever, Spirit is saying here that if there's a couple different ways that you can handle this. Now you can come to an acceptance about who you are, what is, and allow yourself to not care any longer what other people think or feel or say about it. You don't have to rub it in their face, but you don't have to share it with them. You know what I mean? You can just take the power away by not giving a damn what they have to say, because this is part of your life and who you are. All right. But if in fact you don't feel so righteous about this being a part of your life and who you are, then maybe, just maybe, you should consider, if you can't find acceptance around your actions, and what you do find is shame and guilt, then maybe you should reevaluate your actions. All right. That's just real stuff. Spirit comes through to say that sometimes. All right. Because we're all real people, and sometimes we cope in unhealthy ways, or we meet our needs in ways that may not be quite the healthiest. And we may not find the healthiest until we pull away from that dysfunction. Okay, so Spirit is encouraging you to recognize. And if you really do feel like, okay, maybe I am sneaking around because I really shouldn't be doing this, but it's hard, and life is challenging, etc. If you feel that way, then give yourself some grace and compassion to say, I'm doing my best. I've made it this far. Spirit says that to you. You're doing your best. You've made it this far. Spirit is proud of you. The universe, God, source, creator, your higher self, your angels, your spirit guides, your loved ones in the spirit world. They see you. They've known you. They see the struggle that you've known. All right. And they support you and commend your efforts, your bravery. All right. But no longer do you need to be silenced or shrouded or made to feel like what you're doing is not okay or like you're wrong somehow. It's up to you to stand and walk in the light. Okay, that is really what spirit is saying, is walk in the light or decide to shed that layer for your own benefit, not for others, but for you. And you can make a long-term or a short-term plan and a strategy that you can follow through with that can help you keep that healthy change. If it's something that requires that, okay, some people may need to actually go to rehab or something, all right? Like, who knows what you're up to? Some just need to be more disciplined internally about, have better behaviors, there are so many different things in the collective that it could be tapping into. And for one person, it could be a kind of a few different things, a couple different ways that you could stand to heal or improve or clean up your energy a bit. Okay. Because I want to say eventually, I feel like if people aren't talking about it now, suspecting things now, they will be. All right. And you would rather kind of have a handle on your proactive growth before, it becomes something that seems like it's everybody's problem or business, and I feel like it's not anyway. You know what I mean? It's your own business to handle, but I feel, Libra, like you have some people in your life who feel like they have more power and control over you, your life, the scenario, the home, the workplace, whatever, more than they really actually do or should. And it's because they're louder and they're more persuasive, dominating personalities, persistent, you know what I mean? And truly that doesn't give them any more power. It just makes them a little tougher to deal with. But you can close the door, hang up the phone, distance yourself, and really limit the power that they perceive that they have, or that you even perceive that they have, by just disconnecting and giving yourself time alone. Let's continue. Oh man, I'm just a talker. So Libra, the Seven of Swords is your energy. This 10 of Spades that I've been holding up, it's about final endings, dead, done, over with. I'm walking away. I'm through with that. No more. Okay. So Spirit is encouraging you, for the Libra who sees this in your outer environment. You know what? I feel like, my kids are breaking curfew. Have those talks with them, hold them accountable. Or I just feel like little things, misbehaviors, this or that, could be bigger things. I think my partner's on drugs. I think my spouse is cheating, could be those kinds of things. Well, why are you thinking this? What are you feeling or perceiving about the situation? Because the Seven of Swords says something's out of character. The energy's a little weird and you're picking up on it. Okay. For a reason. I tell also my students who take my programs and people who watch my videos, I tell you guys, like, we all want to wait till we catch them in the act. Aha. We have that physical, tangible proof. And that's enough for us to say, okay, I'm done. I'm done with you. It's over. I'm done investing my time here. We have to have that last final one thing, right? But there are so many dissonant energy patterns prior to that. Red flags, warning signs, arguments, dissonance, suspicion, guilt, fear, all of these lower vibe, sticky emotions that precede finding that aha, tangible proof and evidence of what it is that I've been suspecting for 5 years. You may never find the tangible proof. You may never find that evidence. Okay. Would you want another 5 years the same, another 10, 20 years, all the same, because you just never found that tangible proof and evidence? It is that other person's full-time job to keep you in the dark. Okay. That's what they do. That's why they're always a step ahead. All right. So if you feel funny or weird about the same old relationship that you've been in, okay, there's a freaking reason you're picking on a new weird vibe. And all those red flags, warning signs, dissonance is speaking to you about how this connection is just not right. It's not healthy. In that healthy soulmate twin flame love that you desire to have, your next card is true love, the Four of energy. A four is the stable foundation that you are building. But look at yourself, okay, in the healthiest, amazing fantasy love that you would like to have in your life, okay? Does it look anything like what you have now, while you're suspicious and you're not trusting and you have arguments about this? That's the universe telling you that this is not the right fit. All right. And as long as you're entertaining this, you're learning lessons about them, about you, about how you're dealing with things, about what you don't fucking want in your life. Okay. You're learning these things, and time goes by. and you feel more invested. Oh my God, I've been with this person for however long. How could I walk away now? Maybe, just maybe tomorrow will be better. Maybe, just maybe we could go to counseling or do this or that, although they've never gone before. Maybe one day they will. Maybe things will improve. Maybe I'll be happy. Maybe if all of these little dominoes click into place, one day I'll be happy. And Spirit is saying that all of those little things that are not in place are lessons and triggers for you to recognize that maybe you're investing your time, effort, energy, and even your love in the wrong places. Maybe you've learned all you could learn, and you've gotten all you could get, and there is better out there for you, but right now you're dealing with this, right? So remove yourself, distance yourself, have healthy boundaries for you, and love yourself the way you want to be loved. Give yourself the best life filled with moments of joy, connection with pets or children, friends, community. Give back. Give to yourself. Take up some crafts and hobbies. Look at yourself and say, hey, I'm proud of you. We've been through some things, you and me, the person in the mirror. Look at yourself in the mirror and say, I'm proud of you. Thank you for taking me through this life. Thank you for taking me everywhere I need to go. I deserve better than I've had in the past, and I will make space and hold space for that in the future. And you'll feel when people try to overstep your boundaries, you're transforming, Libra, the 5 of cycles, transformation. Do you see how it's like dark over on one side and bright on the other side? I feel how things are really shifting, and it's starting with you loving yourself more than you've received in the past. Somewhere along the line, you allowed yourself to accept less than you deserve, and it's become a pattern that has snowballed. All right. So I see here how maybe some things have slipped and slid, and maybe you haven't loved yourself the best. And the next step is cutting out all this negative energy, however it is in your life, so that you can truly love yourself the way your body needs you to, the way your mind needs you to, the way your spiritual energy, your emotional energy, all the aura, everything. It's all mind, body, spirit on all levels. It's about you, Libra. And for so long, it's been about everyone else and what they think of me and how they feel about me. And if they're okay, that way I can be okay, right? But no longer does that matter, because some people just aren't okay. And it is not Libra's fault or baggage. Libra's got to buckle down to personal self-care and self-love. The final card that you have here, as far as the additional factors, fool me once. All right. So that is a lot like this card here. Fool me once is a reminder. Fool me once means I've seen this before. Maybe I have caught so-and-so cheating on drugs. Maybe I have slipped my diet before, etc. I've seen this before. And now I'm suspicious that maybe this might be what's going on. The suspicion is enough. You don't need that physical, tangible proof. You followed that thread before. You're trying this again. You're in another loop. Do you see the loop that you are in? You have a chance to break the cycle when you are aware of the pattern you're in. So choose differently. This 10 of Spades says, cut it off completely. You are no longer in my life. I'm sorry to say this, and I am not your mom and I am not your boss, and you can continue on this pattern and you can flip to the same thing and keep going the circle if you want to, Libra. But I'm here as a messenger from Spirit to help you live a smoother life. And this right here tells me that you've seen it before. It's the same cycle. It's the same pattern. You don't need the tangible physical proof. Your misery is enough, right? Your discomfort is enough. Your lack of enjoyment in your life via this connection. Yeah, you have my little moments or pockets of joy. And I'm talking about a connection or a workspace, something that you're involved in. Sometimes it feels good, but most times it feels freaking heavy, right? And I'm sensing that this might be that same old problem that I used to have to deal with, that same old thing. They're sneaking around. Something's unclear. It's not unclear. You've seen it before. It's enough to say, they just want me to give you one last message. It's enough to say, not even like, I feel there's an aspect of I must catch them. I need proof. I need something to happen in order for me to walk away. There's some final straw that needs to happen in order for Libra to feel validated enough to walk away, then that's reasonable, understandable, logical, etc. Then you're not the bad guy. Maybe that's what it is. Okay, so listen here. What they're saying is, let me sip my water. Are you listening, Libra? Without that last straw, it is enough to sit down and have a calm adult conversation with whoever this is or whatever entity this is, etc., and say, we're not getting along very well. I'm not happy. I don't feel like you're happy, but your happiness is not my responsibility, right? Okay, but I'm not happy. Things have been tense, tight, whatever, and I'm going to walk away and go this direction on my own because I feel that's the best thing for us to do. All right. So that you can pursue the life that you desire and I can pursue the life I desire, but we'll do this separately, right? There's no reason for it to be all crazy and emotional. Now, when we depend on one another, sometimes it is, or when we coexist for a while, it is hard to pull apart. However, I feel here, Libra, that, there are certain conversations that can stand to be had. And some of these are big things and some of these are little tiny minor things. But Libra just kind of needs to pull the energy in and away from stickiness, dissonance, low vibe, negativity, anything that brings you down, makes you feel drained, depleted, heavy. All right. You know what I'm talking about here. The heaviness, the feelings are enough. You don't have to follow this lesson until you crash headfirst into a wall. You know what I'm saying? That, I feel like that would make you the innocent victim and bystander. But in fact, you still are. Like, you're the victim of circumstances that are undesirable to you. All right. And you have all the power, free will, choice to walk away, limit yourself, distance the relationship, have tighter boundaries, or complete severance. It's all up to you. However, taking that kind of a step makes you feel a little bit funny, because then you'll have to follow through, right? Didn't we start this reading with something you really need to communicate about, but you're not sure if you want to follow through and find out what's next, or wonder if this could have miraculously changed after 12 years. Suddenly it would have been the perfect relationship or job or whatever. Like, you're psyching yourself out and preventing yourself from a potentially expansive, awesome future. You're yearning for something that's a little different, healthier, better, smoother. It's not where you're at now. You're not finding it there. You haven't been finding it there. And if you leave from that space, whether this is a partnership or a work business type of relationship, I feel how if Libra is able to sever paths there and walk away, you are freeing up not only yourself to find true love, but also the other person to find true love as well. Because as long as you're there, you're in the way. Right? I can't stand you. We can't trust each other. Whatever this is, right? Then this is not right. It hasn't been right. And it doesn't seem like it's going to be right. So let's just separate. And if it's the right love is out there, you're working on yourself, you'll find it. And so will they. They will find something that resonates with their frequency. And they might be able to find true love, happiness, someone who doesn't care about their bad habits, someone they don't have to lie to. Okay, this kind of thing. So really, it's an act of mercy to step away when you realize that you don't love someone the way they want to be loved, or you realize that they are not loving you in the way that you desire to be loved. It really is. You free both of parties up to find something else that's more resonant to their own frequency, because you're experiencing dissonance. All right, Libra, that's what I have for you. I do feel some Libras are really you're transforming, you're stepping into the unknown. You're tired of the same old drama, nonsense, BS, that kind of thing. So allow yourself to grow, even if that means walking the path alone for a little while, or needing excessive time alone to kind of process these new feelings and inspirations that you might have. That's completely warranted as you up level. All right. And rest adequately, Libra. Spirit's saying when you sleep, you integrate the higher level frequency that you're expanding into. Okay. Thank you so much, Libra. I'm sending you all the love, all the blessings. Have a good one.